did it! So I wanted to start off today's video, my first video actually. I wanted to talk about a couple of things like about myself, just to like help us, you and I, get familiar. So I made a list of 7 things that you would not know about me. I am a certified holistic health coach, which means that I am certified to give people holistic health advice. They just don't really have much of a direction. They don't really know how to get healthier. They just like need some help and some accountability to help them move in a healthier direction in their life. So I am essentially an accountability coach that is like health centered. Number 2, my favorite food is bagels with cream cheese and avocado and everything seasoning on it. If you haven't tried it, if that sounds weird to you, please try it. Like, just give it one shot. I love bagels so much. I could eat 500 bagels in a row. And then the everything seasoning on it, it's so freaking good. Number 3, I have been in love with Paramore, the band Paramore, for so many years now. I want to say my whole life, but that would be a lie, honestly. Paramore has been my favorite band since I was like 12, 13, and I am now 25 years old, so wow, that's half of my life. I'm old. I remember I was on Paramore's website. Like, I was that kid that would just like go to bands' websites just because I was bored, and I would just look at their stuff. Like, I would like study their websites basically. I knew so much about different artists. If I were to talk to a teenager with the knowledge that I had at that time, I would be like, do you have a life? I didn't. And I was on Paramore's website and they were having a contest. It wasn't even a contest. It was just a giveaway. I didn't even have to do anything. It was just a giveaway. And the grand prize, there was only a grand prize. I lost my train of thought. I entered in my information. Obviously, I just forgot about it after that. And then one day I was a freshman in high school, and I was in my science class. I remember this very vividly. I got a call from someone in Texas on my little red flip phone. I was like, who the hell is calling me? I'm 14, and nobody was spam calling too much back then, at least to me, because I was a child. So I called this number back, and it's this person from Sweet Leaf Tea, and she informed me that I was the grand prize winner of this giveaway. Out of 10,000 people, I won. And the prize was a all expenses paid trip to New York City to see Paramore in concert in Central Park and have a private meet and greet with them backstage. Getting like chills just thinking about it. That was like one of the most significant experiences of my entire life. Because, you know, it could have happened to anybody, you know, winning that contest. It could have happened to someone who was like, oh, that band's cool, like whatever. But this was my favorite band of all time. They are still my favorite band to this day. And this was 9 years ago. God, that's weird. It just blows my mind. So, and they flew me out to New York City, and I got to meet Paramore. They all gave me a hug because they are just very wholesome, kind people. Yeah. That experience changed me as a person. Anyway, I'm super grateful for that experience. It was the coolest thing that has probably ever happened to me. Number 4. Oh, that makes sense. I have been vegan / plant-based for almost 4 years. It'll be 4 years on October 11th. I could talk a whole lot about this, but I'll just keep it short. I went plant-based / vegan. I say plant-based / vegan because plant-based is a diet and vegan is a lifestyle, and it is very important to distinguish the two because people will correct you everywhere you go. And anyways, I do practice a vegan lifestyle to this day. I do my darndest to make sure that everything I purchase and contribute to does not contribute to animal cruelty or is made of anything that is coming from an animal. So I do live that lifestyle now. it has changed my entire life. It has transformed the way that I think about food, the way that I think about the food industry. It's changed my whole mindset on that. Oh God. At one point I had lost about like 60 pounds or so from going plant-based. Sorry for that leaf blower. Let's talk about number 5. Maybe it's obvious, I don't know. I am a Gemini. My birthday is June 7th. I do align with a lot of the Gemini characteristics. A lot of people think that they are like conniving and they're two-faced and they're just like kind of shitty. But we're not all that way. I think my two sides specifically, oh, it's funny too because Geminis are supposed to be very extroverted and like outgoing, and I am not at all. I will never be like that. It's just not in my nature. I don't like it. It gives me anxiety. I hate it. It's fine. I don't hate it. It makes me uncomfortable. I knew if I got off on a tangent, it would just be a tangent and I would forget where I was going because I did. Oh yeah, I was talking about being like two-faced. I think my like two sides are I can be very energetic and bubbly and excited, or I can be very introverted. I don't like talking to people in public most of the time. Number 6, I owned my own online business when I was in high school. And it's funny because I didn't understand at the time that was going to be a massive stepping stone in where I am in my life now. I am also an entrepreneur now, as I was back then. When I was in high school, I had the business. It was called Feathery Things. I know there's actually some people that follow me on social media that were customers of mine at the time. We became friends. There's a lot of them, I think, that still follow me now. So if you're seeing this and you're an OG, you are a real homie. I sold feather hair clips, if you guys remember those from like 2010 to 2012. That's about the time I was in business. I was fairly successful with it. I want to say I grossed probably like, this is always an estimate, anywhere from like $9,000 to $10,000 of just, you know, my own. I didn't put any money into marketing or advertising or anything because I didn't know anything about that. I was like 16 or 17. I even had a tent on Warped Tour for a couple of days. That was really cool. I wasn't on the tour or anything. It always makes me sound way cooler than I was. But I had a tent on the tour for 2 days in Mountain View and Marysville. I stopped doing that when I was like 18, but it really taught me like a lot about entrepreneurialism, and it's helped me a lot in the business that I have today. Number 7. It's supposed to be the number of tattoos that I have, but I'm not gonna lie to you, I don't know. So we're gonna count. I have 1 behind my ear, 1 on my ankle. It is a feather. I have 2 on my right leg. 1 is my first tattoo. It is a lyric by the band Conditions. And then I have a piece that's like kind of right below it. It says "Take Me Home," and it's a heart, a really big heart with like a forest cabin scene in it. So that's 4 so far. And then I have my whole arm. I'm just gonna count first because that's gonna make my life easier. 1, 2, 3, 4. If you can see this, 4, 5. That is part of the peacock, so that's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, and 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So I have 15 tattoos. I can do another video on my tattoos if you guys want. Anyways, that has been 7 things that you may not have known about me. Thanks for tuning into me rambling to myself in my bedroom.